understand what it says.
You simply fix it by making it a boxier language. My point being, a big part, the title. The title is Revenge of the Fallen. He literally proclaims at one point, I want revenge on Earth. For what? He does not want revenge. He wants to blow up the sun so he can suck the energy out of it. Okay, that's not revenge. You're just looking for a life source.
Let's discuss something right now that I think we should get out right away.
Okay, Petra is nowhere near the Great Pyramid. Just putting that out there.
I thought we weren't going to talk about the potholes.
Just putting that out there. You guys brought up something. No, I'm just putting that out there.
One thing I think we should discuss right now, though, is the potholes. No. The design of the robots.
Yeah, that's a big... Oh, I can't believe we forgot that.
Here's the thing, okay? I remember when this movie first was coming out.
Which one?
The first Transformers. The very first Transformers, back in... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I Googled...
MySpace was still prominent.
Yeah. I Googled the robots to see what they look like, because I'm like, okay, let's see what they look like. And I remember seeing Optimus, and I'm like, well... A lot of people were turned off by the fire, as opposed to him just being red and blue. I'm like... That wasn't that big. Again, I'm not a Transformers fan.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with it, so I wasn't really... I grew up with Beast Wars. That was really what I knew. But I didn't care that much. I saw Bumblebee, I'm like, okay, I can see the character, you got the little...
Yeah, he's yellow. And Michael Bay mentioned he wanted Bumblebee to be a yellow Camaro,
yeah.
my dream car,
as
opposed to a Volkswagen, because he wanted something a little more badass. Volkswagen is traditionally, I think I can say this, a girl's car. And while it looks cool in like the comics and the animated show, the way he transforms, the Transformers in the movie are naturally going to have more moving parts, so that one, it looks more cool and it looks more cool.
But this is not what I'm talking about. You're getting off topic.
I'm just saying the design. I'm just finding the design.
I'm talking about the rest of the robots. Okay, Megatron very much resembles, for what they were doing with the robots, the way
he's gray and he has the helmet.
He's in a helmet-like head.
Yeah.
It's in the
and then he does that part where he puts his arms together.
There's little things like that.
And he turns into a gun, which is
Starscream
really cool.
is somewhat resemblant of his original design. He has certain attributes that were
like the triangle shape.
Yeah, like the triangle shape works. But then you get to robots like Ironhide and Ratchet, and Jazz looks perfect. He looks exactly like he did in the show and the comic. You get to pretty much everybody else, and they don't look like them at all. Ratchet is a black truck. I mean, Ironhide is a black truck. Ratchet is like a green Hummer ambulance.
Yeah.
And there's just no reason that I can think of that Michael Bay could not just make him a white ambulance and make Ironhide a red, whatever Ironhide used to be.
Autobots look different than the rest of them because they have color and stuff. But then you get to the Decepticons, which are just all black.
It's just... Sometimes when there are these scenes...
You can't even tell the difference.
There's a scene where... It's the scene where Megatron goes to wherever the Fallen is hanging out, and literally it's just gray mesh against silver metal shavings with black metal shavings in the back. You can't tell what's moving. And the way these movies are filmed... It's like you have the whole movie's like whenever the robots are on screen, they're filmed like this. You're looking up at them, and they're usually not completely on screen. So you never get. It's like you're just looking at this like orgy of metal. Just like you never get a clear image of what these things look like, especially when they move a lot, which obviously they're doing when they fight for the 3 minutes.
The problem is with that whole thing is they don't need to have a lot of different parts.
They cheated anyway.
But this is the thing. They can scan anything and turn into it.
Exactly.
They don't need to have all those parts.
Yeah. And nobody would have like watched the transformations in slow motion and been like, oh, they cheated. They didn't know. Because I'm pretty sure they would have had to. I'm pretty sure that car did not every moving piece in that they like worked out completely because.
No, because there's more. Well, the thing is, it's physically impossible to fit any of those robots into the size of those cars.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. So
as it goes against physics, their whole thing is they tried to make it look as plausible as possible.
Which it does. But the thing is, I don't really think people would be thinking about the implausibility anyway, because it is a cool thing. I remember when I first saw the first movie, and Blackout transforms. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Blackout transforms. He's sitting as a helicopter, and you just hear, and his blades start to go on, and then it plays the noise, the transforming sound, and it's just like, I had never seen that before.
Yeah.
This helicopter.
That was pretty
insane. It was the coolest thing in the world.
And that was one of the I think the main attractions of like the first movie was
Seeing this for the first time.
seeing the every time the robots transform, it was always really cool. There's a one shot where it goes under Bone Crusher as he transforms, and
They
like,
do the same thing with Optimus.
the stuff they did to make that scene is incredible. Like they filmed it alongside it, and then when it goes under it, everything becomes digital, and then they're on the other side of it, and it becomes like a real practical shot again. It's really
Which
cool.
movie-
The
Which
best part
part?
of the entire series is when the Autobots land on Earth and they meet up, and Peter Cullen in his voice, "My name is Optimus Prime."
I think that's the part that's most like.
That is as pure as it got.
That's
for
as
all
pure
three movies.
as it got because there's no dogs humping Megan Fox or whatever.
Nope.
There's no stupid comedy with his parents. There's nothing like that. It's just
It's an
just
amazing scene.
It's
And
giant
there's-
robots giving exposition.
There's a scene where the camera's just going around and they're all just transforming.
That's what I was
and
talking
it's-
about, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
it's just
I
like,
love that shot.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. You're gonna go.
But let's talk about.
Well, no,
let's talk about third movie.
no. Segueing that really quickly to Transformers 3, I don't think the effects look that good in that one.
Something happened.
Something weird happened. Like there's
I
that
think a couple
scene.
people from ILM got fired.
There's that part where he
Or on
flies up.
vacation.
There's the part where Starscream flies up to Mars, or Starscream and Megatron and the Fallen are on Mars or wherever they are,
Yeah.
and it's nothing but robots. And you would think, since it's just robots, a bunch of CG robots, it might look better because there's nothing to compare it to, like Shia LaBeouf. I think it looks really bad. When we first saw this, me and him, we were like isolated from society. We were like vacation with
No internet, no friends.
Yeah.
No nothing.
no
life.
with our family.
I don't know how you live.
I don't know.
We went to see it at a theater.
I mean, you guys
Remember-
didn't have MySpace.
We went to see it at
It was
this
right
at
after
this
that
went to
time.
see it at this tiny theater with a handful of people. Me, him, and my other brother, and we went to see it with my dad. We came out. I remember thinking to myself, "Something doesn't seem right." That just wasn't like satisfying. Well, for one, you have the ending battle sequence that lasts
Yeah.
2 minutes. I remember the trailer when I first saw the trailer in theaters. It got applause. Only time I've ever been.
It was the
With the
point where
trailer.
people were like, okay,
Applause.
bigger budget, second movie,
More robots.
we're gonna
fighting.
get more robots, and we get less robots. In the first movie, he never lays a punch on Megatron. It's a bad.
It's annoying.
Megatron and Optimus roll into a forest now in the second movie, and the first thing Optimus does is lay this sucker punch on Megatron, and it's like, okay. And then Optimus proceeds to take on about 4 or 5 robots on his own.
It becomes like the best, well, easily the best scene in the movie.
It's really
but
kick-ass.
It
Okay?
is not gonna lie, it is, and I pride myself on a connoisseur of fight scenes. I believe it to be a fantastic fight scene.
But it's too little, too early, then too late.
Okay, guys.
Let's talk about the third movie.
Best out of the trilogy.
Easily, best of the trilogy. First of all, Wash is in this movie. And when I first saw it, I had not watched Firefly. When I saw it fourth time, I had, and it was like the best thing ever. I kept cracking Firefly jokes over and over again.
And if you don't know who that is, he's the pilot in the TV show Firefly and the movie Serenity.
And if you don't know who it is, you're a dumbass.
I didn't know
Go
who
see it.
was.
It's probably one of the best TV series ever.
In the
And
universe.
Because the thing is, a little bit of a tangent.
No,
Just like
Firefly.
10 seconds. The thing is, for a lot of television shows, sometimes you have to wait till the third or fourth season, even if it's a great cast and plot, to get the camaraderie and chemistry going. They had like the 7th season chemistry and camaraderie on the first episode.
Yeah, they were.
You know, it
That's
must
why
have
it was
not
so
been
good.
that good if it only lasted 10 episodes.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
We don't even have to go there.
It wasn't nearly as good as the
Third movie, okay? We paid $7 to go see a movie for 2.5 hours.
Or was it $9 because it was 3D?
Whatever.
Well,
Was it
we
3D?
saw it in 3D.
But guys, 3 movies later, we almost got what we paid for.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that it completely delivered.
It doesn't yet deliver on dumb action movie. It's not Independence
it's
Day. It's not the
still-
Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
It's still bloated.
Independence Day is not a dumb action movie. There's
It's-
so much. It's a lot deeper than
Okay,
that.
no. It's still bloated.
There's a lot of stereotypes.
It's still a lot of yeah. There's just, but the last hour of the movie probably is them taking back this basically the planet from the Decepticon invasion, and Sentinel Prime, who's the new villain now, and yeah, it exceeds suspense wise, dramatically. I think so, at least. It was more engaging than the other two, even during the action.
No, because like I remember like when they show Wheelie and the other robot. I remember when they showed up thinking, "Oh God, here we go again." But they're not nearly as annoying. They don't have nearly as many offhanded comments, and
There's no humping.
they're kind of like fun to have around because I actually think they're kind of funny, and they kind of have some moments with Sam, which I think are kind of cool. But like about the battle scene though, like I said earlier about a battle scene, they do a great job of orchestrating what things happen. Like the scene with the collapsing building is spectacular. Spectacular.
Probably one of the most spectacular things I've seen. in
It's
a long
also
time.
fascinating to notice like how much they streamline the plot.
Yeah.
There's a secret. Autobots didn't know it's dangerous. People knew about it. What's also cool is that they have a human villain, so it makes Sam useful. He becomes integral to the plot.
Yeah. And even the way he fits in, and even the way his girlfriend fits in to it, it
Let's
makes-
talk about his girlfriend for a second.
Going back to Megan Fox, she's not.
I was by the way, I was amazed that Megan Fox has only come up for about 3 sentences so far.
because
No, go
me and this guy don't like Megan Fox. Him
Nah.
likes Megan Fox.
Correction, I'm probably the middle ground. You don't